All right. Welcome to our channel, the About Me section. This is really for people who have watched some of our content and really want to get to know us before you reach out, book a call, and get to know us better. So I'm Scott, and this is...
I'm Erin.
And we are Nashville natives at this point. We've been here a long time.
We're kind of grandfathered in, right? Nashville natives loosely, because there's very few people who are Nashville natives anymore.
Yeah, so tell us, so you're from...
I'm originally from Boston. I moved here in 2007, so that kind of considers me grandfathered in, I think.
Yeah. If you don't know this, like Nashville has become quite the melting pot. So it's people from all over the world at this point, which is fun and which gives us a lot of culture too. So
yes.
A lot of people from the north, and like my wife's from Chicago, so she thinks, talking to people when she made the decision to move to Nashville, her friends were like, "What are you like? Why are you going there?" Like they just thought it was some, I don't know what they thought, but they, if you've never been here, you might not know. Or some people think it's just like Broadway, where it's just like you come here and it's like crazy.
Central and bachelorettes, and that's all there is to Nashville. But there's so much more.
Much more.
Such a great place to be. I love it here. This is home. I go back to visit Boston, but this is home.
Yeah, it's a great place to bring a family, right? Again, like
yes.
I wonder if people think of Nashville like I think of Las Vegas, because the only thing I know about Las Vegas is the Strip. Yeah, Nash Vegas. The bachelor parties. But once you get here, you may have you may have come to Nashville just to Broadway, which is a good time. But locals obviously don't go there that often. There's so much more to the area, and really what we want to do with this channel is give you as much knowledge and as much of a feel for this city as we can. As you decide to, if you've decided to move here, we want to help you with the different areas, what makes the most sense for you and your family, where to be. So it's not just Nashville proper. We work the suburbs too, Williamson County, Wilson County, Brentwood, Franklin, all over the place. We have clients going all over the place into the suburbs. And
we do specialize in more luxury living, and that's what we're going to highlight on this channel. Our team does a great job, and we want to be a resource for you. Let us know if there's other items that you want us to feature or other areas.
Yeah, we'd love your feedback. So subscribe to our channel if you haven't yet, and again, reach out to us, connect with us, book a Zoom call with us, or just shoot us a text or something.
We try to make ourselves available to all questions and to really get on that Zoom call to get to know you and see if you'd be a good fit with us and how we could help you as you transition or consider a move to Nashville.
Yeah, so welcome if you are on your way. We'd love to hear from you. But yeah, so about us. So Erin, you go first. I want to hear your story. So you're from Boston.
I'm from Boston. I lived in the city and
in the city of Boston.
In the city of Boston. And so when I came here, Nashville was a much smaller city. I remember touring around and thinking there was about 4 blocks that actually felt like a city to me, coming from such a large city in Boston. Obviously, it's so much bigger now and there's so much more to offer now. But I've been in real estate since, 2012. It's great. I love what I do. I love seeing houses and touring and meeting new people. And I have 4 kids. All of them were born here in Nashville. So they are Nashville natives. Even more reason that I can be grandfathered in, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're like a citizen now of Nashville. Yeah. So part of the channel too is to tell you, I don't have any kids, so the school systems and things like what, especially what your experience has been with schools, and obviously we're not going to try to steer anyone in any direction.
We're not steering any direction, and there are stats available for schools on greatschools.org. That's a really good resource where it combines test results, state results, and then actual reviews and people who have written in and parents who have weighed in. So it gives a good overview of that. Yeah,
so we're not trying to steer you, but we do want to share our personal experiences, because it's, obviously there's going to be good and bad in every city. So we want to give you a realistic view of what it actually is like to live here.
My kids, we started in Nashville metro schools. They all go to private school now, and that was mostly because of COVID. When COVID hit, I was trying to work real estate and I had kids home. I had all 4 kids home with me and doing virtual school, and it was just kind of chaos, and we just had to make a shift. The private schools had an option where they were able to be back in the classroom full time. So we just went with that option and kind of didn't turn back since. But we were fine. We liked our public school. It just didn't work for that time, and we made that shift, and we love where we are now. I think, now that I'm in the private school network, I know that a lot of luxury clients tend to go that route but a lot of people have great experiences with Metro Nashville schools as well. So it's just kind of what's going to be a fit for your child and for your family, but we've loved the private schools that we're in right now. And I will say they range from probably $10,000 to $35,000 a year per child.
Cool. Yeah,
depending on the school and the grade and the location and all of that.
And some of our clients, like they have to decide, okay, it's either we stay in Nashville, maybe we don't prefer the public schools here, we go either private, or going into some of the suburbs like Williamson County, which is Brentwood, Franklin, south of town, Wilson County, east, Sumner, north. Yeah. So there's other options too. So, but I know some of our clients, they struggle with that. Like, okay, do we want to pay the $10,000 to $30,000, or do we want to just go 10 minutes south and take advantage of Williamson County schools? And again, you can check out the stats here, but they're ranked higher.
Talk to other moms, talk to principals, do your research. That was just my experience with my kids and where we're at right now.
That's awesome. So Boston to Nashville, and you're staying. This is home now.
This is home. Yeah. My previous experience was in commercial property management.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Similar real estate field, but obviously a very different aspect of it.
Yeah.
So
and
we commercial shopping centers and that type of thing.
Yeah, but we've been working at the same brokerage since 2012. You came over, because I came in 2010.
Okay,
just a couple years before you,
and
worked together then, and still in real estate. So so our team, we have fun here. Hopefully you can tell that. And the cool thing about joining us is you get to work with both of us and the rest of our team.
So what about you? Tell me about your experience.
Yeah,
how long you've been in real estate.
Yeah, so I moved here in 1998, and I don't know if you might not know this. Nashville is called the University of the South.
Yes,
you knew that.
I've heard that. Yeah,
that's why we have a replica of the Parthenon close to Vanderbilt, because there's so many universities here. So contrary to popular belief from the North and the West, we are educated here in the South. We're the Athens of the South. So so I actually went to school. Went to small school called Trevecca, then I went to Vanderbilt. So both of those schools.
Vanderbilt's a great school.
Yeah, it is.
Lots of great schools actually.
Yeah, a lot of great schools in the area. So a lot of people who grew up here end up staying for that reason. Go to school here and stay, and you have all these other people coming as well. But I came up here for school. I grew up in the Atlanta area, and then Macon, and so I'm a city boy at heart. But then also living in Macon, have that country aspect too. So Nashville for me is actually the perfect blend of city and country. Yes. So you have everything. You have all the restaurants that you want in Nashville. There's so much good food coming to Nashville. If I can avoid a chain restaurant, I do it all.
There's no reason to go to a chain restaurant.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Yeah,
and it just keeps getting better and better. Yeah, it is.
And I really like that. It's like a friendly small town vibe overall, but you still have all the great things about a larger city. It's that perfect country city mold.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and then you can get out of the city so quickly, and you can get past the suburbs so quickly where it's like cow pastures and hiking and trails and all that kind of stuff. So I love it here. So I came here in '98, and Broadway, and there was nothing on Broadway. There was there were police officers on Broadway.
Blocks that felt like a city.
Yeah, there was nothing in '98. So I've been able to see the city grow and change. And again, being a city boy at heart, I'm like, I love city. I love being in the city. And so I'm not mad at all about the growth. The traffic obviously is something that we'll get into in this channel. That's probably the biggest thing that people complain about. But just kind of going back to
new development, new construction.
Yeah, constantly, and that's something too that we'll keep an eye on as far as what this channel is about, to let you know about new developments and things that are happening. But for me, I went to school and I realized I don't like having a boss, and so I got into real estate. So I didn't want to work for anybody else, and so now I get to work with cool people. That's another reason why we have the channel, is that we're looking for the people who are looking for us. If you don't like us, you don't have to leave a nasty comment. You can just move on to the next video. If you like us though, leave a nice comment. That's the beauty of YouTube, is we don't usually get calls from people who don't want to talk to us.
Right.
So that's been fun. But so that's a little bit about my story as far as how I got here. Was school, and then I loved it. I actually moved away for a couple years, and then I was like, man, why did I ever leave Nashville? Yeah. And so I came back and just don't want to go anywhere else. I love what's happening here. You're in a good spot when there's so many people moving to your city. Right. There's a reason why we have it was like 100 people a day moving to Nashville at the time for a while there.
I don't think it's quite that many anymore.
Yeah, it's not that. It's not anymore. Yeah. So, but so that's a little bit about how I got here, and then I got my real estate license in 2010, and just been doing it ever since. since. We've done, I've done a lot on the investment side as well, like Airbnb, things like that.
I did Airbnb for a while as well.
Yeah.
As a side business, not part of my real estate business, but as a side business.
Yeah.
I don't have that anymore. I just have a long-term rental now. But
I just changed my last Airbnb into a long-term rental last month.
Oh, really?
Because I mean, we do investments too if you want to get into Airbnb, but there's a lot more competition now. There's a lot more hotels
it's
now.
It's really different than it was.
It's very different.
When you and I started with Airbnbs, it was great. But it's just so different. And rules and regulations were different. Zoning was different for what could qualify for an Airbnb. The city really kind of hunkered down on what you could use as an Airbnb and things like that. So just really different now.
It is, yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, Nashville's a great place to live. It's a great place to be in real estate. So
it's a great place to invest still. I mean,
it really is. Yeah, it's and I mean that's something.
And it's still growing. I mean, there's so many developments. There's so much room for expansion still.
Yeah, and we don't have a state income tax, and there's a lot of incentives for businesses. I mean, we have Oracle coming in a couple
Oracle's
years.
Here.
They're already here. They're I believe they're bringing their main headquarters here. It was going to be a smaller version. Now it's like the whole version right there on River North. I think is what they're going to call it.
Yeah.
So just so much happening here. So many good jobs coming to Nashville.
Yes. I mean, Vanderbilt alone, the medical center, the medical industry is huge here. So we may feature some specific medical doctor related, moving and relocating here and what to expect in that regard.
Yeah, we need more doctors. We'll do a whole series on that.
We'll do a whole series.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
The goal of this channel is going to be obviously luxury living, luxury homes, country clubs, what to expect of different areas, and living that luxury lifestyle. New developments. There's a lot of new luxury developments. I don't know if a lot is the right word, but there's a number of new, really great luxury developments happening that we're going to dive into.
And then we're going to help you have a good time finding your next place. So yeah, let's. Why don't we take them outside and walk around, and then let's tell them some more.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
All right, let's go.
See you out there. So Scott, what are the things that you love to do on the weekends in Nashville?
Yeah. So if you think Nashville's just about Broadway, there's a lot more to it than that. So I have a sailboat actually out at Percy Priest Lake, which is just past the airport. So I go there. We go there on the weekends. They have live music at Shipwreck Cove and a restaurant at that marina. So I love doing that. Nice. In the spring and fall, we go hiking. If you haven't heard of the Natchez Trace, that's south of town, but takes you all the way from pretty much Franklin to Natchez, Mississippi. So there's tons of hiking trails, waterfalls, historical markers. Andrew Jackson actually took his troops to New Orleans for the War of 1812 that way. So you see the actual old Natchez Trail, which is cool. But yeah, sports, music festivals or concerts. Pearl Jam's coming. My wife loves Pearl Jam, so we're gonna go to Pearl Jam in a couple months.
We like to do something similar. We like to go to Titans games and the Nashville Soccer Club, baseball, hockey. We have all that.
Yeah, we have it all. I remember the Preds. So people make fun of the South for not knowing anything about hockey. I remember when we made the playoff run. When we made the playoff run, they were criticizing us that we brought SEC football culture to hockey. So we're gonna get made fun of it, but our fans are better than yours. So just deal with it. Preds fans we're good. We might not know anything about hockey, but we like to go and be loud and have fun. Yeah. I mean, there's just concerts all the time. We have an outdoor, the amphitheater. Yeah. The outdoor concert is cool, right by the river.
Always music everywhere. Music.
Yeah, it's fun. And
we like to go a number of farms around town where they have strawberry picking seasonally, of course. Pumpkin patches, petting zoos. You can feed the animals. It's a great time and a great day. It's just awesome to get outside. There's so much green space. Nashville downtown is very city, but then it's so sprawling you can easily get out into suburbia and to be in farm areas, and it's still considered Nashville or some of the other surrounding counties.
Yeah, there's so much to do. Yeah, I mean, you have the city life and we have restaurants coming in, new ones all the time.
Oh, always.
You don't have to go to a chain restaurant if you don't want, which I love.
Okay, favorite restaurant.
Favorite restaurant. Oh, that's easy. Bourbon Steak.
Okay.
At the JW. So this one's at the JW. Probably
overlooking downtown.
Overlooking downtown. They have a little area that kicks out with the bar there. You can see everything.
I really like Hall's Chop House
that's a
and
good one.
Hall's Catch.
Oh yeah.
They both are in the Halls family, owned by the Halls family, but so good. Really quality dining, very upscale. I like to dress up and go out there.
Get out, yeah. So yes,
great wines.
If you're coming from the north or the west and you think we don't have a lot of culture here, just learn from us. We've got a lot going on here. We're not just, it's funny, my wife's from Chicago, and so a lot of people there think that the South is just has nothing, but we're a big melting pot. You're from Boston, like you said, right?
Yes, I'm originally from Boston. I've been here for 17 years and love it, but it is a big melting pot of people, just people coming from all over, and it's actually rare now to get a Nashville native who's born and raised.
Yeah.
I only know a few.
I just have a handful of buddies that grew up here in some of the suburbs. So yeah, big melting pot. So if you're relocating here, the good thing is that, in really small towns, it's hard for anyone to let you in, right? Like everyone has their closed groups, but Nashville's not that way. I mean, there's so many people just trying to meet new people and get in somewhere that it's easy to find that. All right. So Erin, tell us your favorite luxury real estate feature. I know you see luxury real estate all the time, so it's fun to
Good question.
To see what builders are doing and what people have done in their houses.
So a very popular thing right now is to do climate controlled wine and bourbon storage. It's just a fun, unique kind of show off. They have a lot of times glass enclosures and you just all lined up on the wall and things like that.
Love that.
Also, I've seen specialized watering dishes for dogs and other pets where they have their own nook and their own spout to fill up their water bowls.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, we were talking before, I love the secret rooms. It goes into the man cave, of course, or woman cave, it could be for whoever, but for me it would be the man cave. So having a secret private door, those are really cool.
Yes.
And then just for convenience factors, having the washer dryer hook up inside the owner's suite.
Absolutely.
Closet is just so nice to have that one, and then of course a whole other
of course
laundry
a separate
space.
One, right?
And then I saw the other day, I saw one where in the garage they had a little door to put the groceries directly into the pantry. I was like, oh, that's a nice added little touch there.
Very nice.
Love the luxury features that. The cool thing too about this channel is that we look at houses all the time, like new build, new construction. Is fun to see what builders come up with.
Yes. And of course, being in the hot and humid Middle Tennessee area, pools are a big thing right now as well, and those outdoor backyard spaces.
Oh yeah, you gotta have that.
Yeah. Thanks so much for watching our video. I hope this gave you a little insight as to who we are and what we love about Middle Tennessee. Check out more of our videos and subscribe.
Yeah, go down the rabbit hole with us and then book a call, a Zoom, a text, a phone call. We'd love to meet you, and you get to work with both of us and our team. So hopefully we get to meet you soon, and we'll see you later. See you next time.
All right, bye.